Happy birthday, everyone, and welcome to the Happy Birthday Podcast with your hosts, Jackie and Dan, the #1 podcast on ApplePodcast.com, dedicated to the birthdays you know and love. So without further ado, take it away, Dan.
Go shawty, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
I'm wishing you the happiest birthday.
Happy birthday. This is big. It's your birthday.
Listen, I gotta say, sometimes when I wonder, what do people like about this podcast, I think, is it the fun banter between us? It's kind of humanizing, makes people feel like they know us, they're hanging out with some cool people. I don't think that's it. I think it's when we try to guess which famous people have a birthday on that day, and then we talk about that person.
I have actually heard that. People tell me, they say...
People come up to you all the time.
You guys have to do... Yeah, they say you have to do the banter, your friends, you have to catch up, it's been a while. But I really like when you do the guessing.
I'm not asking. I'm telling you. This is the Happy Birthday Podcast. I'm one of the hosts. My name is Dan, November 10th. That's my name.
This is the Happy Birthday Podcast. I am one of the hosts. My name is Jackie. I was born October 12th.
This is the Happy Birthday Podcast. I am the host. My name is Josh, and I was born September 20th, 1990.
We can bleep all that.
Hey, Jackie.
Yes.
I want to have a little bit of fun with you.
All right.
Okay? Just a little bit of fun. Because it can be fun, but can also be like work, because this is our job. This is what we do for a living, is this radio show. So, Jackie, I want to tell you all about a famous jolly good fellow who's celebrating their birthday today, but I want you to try to guess who it is instead of just me saying who it is.
Oh, I remember doing this. We used to do this all the time.
We used to do this all the time back in the day.
Dan would say, guess whose birthday it is, and I'll say,
I don't know.
Guess. And then I'd say something stupid like Charlie Sheen, and he'd say, you guess Charlie Sheen a lot when we do this.
And you'd say, I know, it's because he's freaking epic. And he is.
Say, okay. I won't say Charlie Sheen. I'll say Art Garfunkel. Have I guessed him yet?
I don't know if you have.
Okay.
I want to say...
The judges are weighing in back there.
Yeah. You got
No, you have not guessed Art Garfunkel.
Jackie.
Wow.
If it was Art Garfunkel's birthday, we'd be talking about him. We'd be celebrating his life and his legacy and his big, big hair. But as far as I know, today is not his birthday. But I think that you are in tune with something very spiritual, and that is the spirit of knowing whose birthday it is. Because this is a man, a musician, who got started in, it's famous in the 70s. Okay? But this guy, Art Garfunkel, I mean, Simon and Garfunkel, it's fine, but kind of wimp music, right?
So you don't think these guys ever toured together, played shows together?
I would be stunned. But this man is a member of a very, very famous band, one of the most rockin' bands you ever heard of. Who could that be?
Well, first what came to mind was Bon Jovi. I'll say that much.
Bon Jovi was around in the 70s. Or at least if they were hanging down on the Jersey Fatback Shore.
Middle school.
No, he was like 10. Yeah. So instead of that, I'll say Bruce Springsteen.
No, this guy's a member of a band, not necessarily known, actually. So that's going to be a problem.
Oh, good.
But the band is known.
So is this like a Boss Hog situation?
No, the band is very famous. They're kind of the Boss Hogs of rock.
Led Zeppelin.
That's okay. They're American. I'll give you that.
Wait, Boz Hog?
No, that was. You mean Boz Skaggs?
Wouldn't they be the Boz Hogs of rock?
Grog?
There's a band called Boss Hog.
I know.
That's what I guessed.
Okay, Boss Hog is the Boss Hog of rock. I'm sorry. These guys are
okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And I don't want to say boss either. That's like the boss Bruce Springsteen. These guys are a rock band. They have a name. It's just one word, and I can't tell you too much about them without just giving it all away. But God gave rock and roll to you.
Kiss.
Kiss.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Kiss. No, not quite. They don't all share the same birthday.
right,
Though that
right,
would be
right.
cool if there was a band where they all had the same birthday. I wish the Beatles had all had the same birthday. Instead, they just all jerked off together. Jackie,
Yeah. Yeah.
can you name the members of Kiss?
Gene Simmons.
Yep, not him. Cool guy, though.
Russell.
What's the other guy?
Did you say Russell Simmons? He was replaced Gene Simmons. Def Kiss Jam.
Who are the other guys from Kiss besides Gene Simmons?
Gene Simmons. There's a guy in the band who's named after a deck of cards.
Bicycle Rick.
I was waiting for that.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Bicycle.
Jackie, I was thinking of Ace Frehley, but it's not his birthday either.
I know. I was thinking Ace Frehley too, but isn't he from
Kiss.
a different band?
He's from Piss. And he does his
I
own
was gonna
solo
say
song
Ace
called
Frehley.
Back in the New York Groove.
Wait, who's the guy who wears
are we talking
the
about?
little school uniform?
The schoolgirl uniform?
That's AC/DC.
What's his name?
Brom.
Anus Young.
Yeah.
Okay, I got them mixed up. So it's not
anus.
Gene Simmons.
No.
It's not Russell Simmons. It's
No.
not
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
Or Russell
It's not
Peters,
Ace
for that matter,
Frehley,
as
and
well,
it's
or
not
Ace
Angus Young.
Ventura. It is the drummer for Kiss. All of our
Tony?
rock fans right now, they're driving around listening to this. They're going, "It's blah blah blah. It's blah blah blah. Oh, this stupid
is
bitch
the-
doesn't know her rock history."
Yeah, I don't know the drummer from Kiss because if I looked into it, I'd probably fall in love with him, cheat on my husband, and it would be a whole thing with the mortgage. So I just avoid it.
His first and last name are both the first names of members of the Griffin family on Family Guy.
Peter Bryan,
Close. Try again. You got this.
Criss, Peter,
Can you invert that? Flip it up.
Peter Criss.
Peter Criss. Peter Criss. Ah,
Mr. Kitty Cat Man himself.
that's right. He wore the cat face, and he was also replaced later by Homer Bart.
No. How does he spell his last name?
KRSSCH.
KRS-One.
KRS-One.
It's
Yes.
CRISS.
S. Yes.
Which is one S?
CRISS. Yeah. Chris from Kiss. My name's Kiss Chris.
That's a Tina Fey joke. She had a
What
boyfriend named Chris with.
Don't tell me I make Tina Fey jokes.
You did a woman's joke. You did a lady bit.
Well, if he's not doing Samantha Bee, he's doing Tina Fey.
That's right. Okay, everybody. Republicans are actually fucking dangerous. That was Samantha Bee.
It's good.
Okay, well, Jackie, do
Yes.
you like Kiss? Name your top 10 Kiss songs.
Lick it up.
Okay.
Pour some sugar on it.
Yep.
Jungle Love.
Yep.
Bad Venison.
Yep.
Bad venison.
Kodachrome.
I can't deny.
No, your love is like bad venison.
Bad venison is what I need.
Okay, so something that we like to do here is have a little bit of fun, like I said, and one of the things we do for fun is the birthday bio of Peter Criss, Kiss. And should have been named Peter Kiss. He was named Peter Criss, and that's okay. We love him anyway. Jackie's gonna vomit on Mike.
I'm so sorry.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm sorry, it's okay.
I tried to hit my vape, but then Dan made me laugh really hard in it. I did like the, you know, when you play a didgeridoo, when you breathe out and in at the same time. It was
I know what that's like. Yeah. Folks, choking on your vape pen is the new milk coming out of your nose, frankly. I always wondered about that because I didn't realize you had to be drinking milk for that to happen. Anyway, it was your body's own natural milk.
laughter milk.
Here we go. This is the best part of the show. It's called Talking About Peter Criss. Anybody who's familiar with the work that we do here at the Happy Birthday Podcast won't be surprised to hear that co-hosting this show is a full-time job, okay? These birthday bio segments require hours and hours of intense research, writing and rewriting, and praying that what we've produced does our jolly good fellow proud. And of course I wanted to do right by my JGF Peter Criss from Kiss. I mean, this is one of the godfathers of punk rock we're talking about. So imagine how I felt a few days ago as I looked through my weekly planner and saw that it was filled to the brim with a bunch of bullshit that had nothing to do with celebrity birthdays. I was so busy, I didn't have time to write a proper birthday bio. My head was spinning. Should I quit the podcast? Should I just wing it? Should I end it all? Well, as always, God has a way of coming through when you least expect him to come. This week, a new AI text-generating website, ChatGPT, went live on the internet.
I'm gonna come.
You type in a prompt, and within moments, ChatGPT generates as many paragraphs as you need, as if by magic, which technology is, it's magic. Kick ass, I thought to myself. I won't have to lift a finger. This robot will do all the work for me. My initial orgasmic wave of relief soon turned, as it always does, to a crushing anxiety. Oh, fuck, I thought to myself. If this thing could turn out a funny yet informative birthday bio, then I might be out of a job as a celebrity birthday podcast host. Well, how about I'll present to you what ChatGPT came up with, and we'll see if this artificial intelligence is truly smarter than my good old-fashioned horse sense. Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, and I do want to make it clear. I'm just out of character. I'm really talking right now. This really was, people have probably heard about it by now, this AI thing. This really was written by the AI. I've seen people post things on the internet where it's like, I made an AI watch fucking Paul Blart and write a fake Paul Blart movie. And you can tell it's not really AI, you know? These shitty memes.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, we have a little fun, like I said, and we'll make jokes, and not everything is serious. But I'm telling you, this was written by AI based on prompts that I gave it. So here we go. Without explaining it, and I think everyone understands already. If you don't understand, rewind, listen again. For those that have been keeping up, here we go. So, the prompt that I gave it initially was, write a short, humorous story about Kiss drummer Peter Criss. Once upon a time, Peter Criss, the drummer for the legendary rock band Kiss, it's kind of doing rhyming there, found himself quite bored. He had just finished a grueling tour and was looking for something to do to pass the time. As he was wandering aimlessly around his house, he stumbled upon an old drum set that he hadn't played in years. Without thinking, he sat down behind the kit and began to play. At first, it was a bit rusty, but soon the old drumming skills came back to him and he was really getting into it. He was so focused on the music that he didn't even notice the time passing by. Eventually, he looked up and realized that it was the middle of the night, but that didn't stop him from continuing to play. He drummed and drummed, enjoying the freedom and expression of playing the drums. As the sun began to rise, Peter Criss finally stopped playing and collapsed onto the couch, exhausted but satisfied, and from that day on, he made sure to always have a drum set nearby just in case the boredom struck again. Now,
wow.
It's impressive to me that it could string together those sentences, but it was a little light in the laugh department. I don't know if you felt that way too.
I stopped paying attention like almost immediately.
Okay, so what I did, I added a couple more revisions. So here we go, and I'll go through these. Some of this kind of repetitive. I'll go through it a little bit quicker, but I then instructed the AI make the story funnier by adding more jokes and some profanity. So here's take 2. Once upon a time, Peter Criss, the drummer for the legendary rock band Kiss, found himself feeling absolutely fucking bored out of his mind. He had just finished a grueling tour and was looking for something to do that didn't involve banging yet another groupie.
Wow.
As he was wandering aimlessly around his house, he stumbled upon an old drum set that he hadn't played in years. Without thinking, he sat down behind the kit and began to play. At first, it was a bit rusty, but soon the old drumming skills came back to him, and he was really getting into it. He was so focused on the music, he didn't even notice the time passing by. Blah, blah, blah. He drummed and drummed, enjoying the freedom and expression of playing the drums. As the sun began to rise, Peter Criss finally stopped playing and collapsed onto the couch, exhausted but satisfied. And from that day on, he made sure to always have a drum set nearby just in case the boredom struck again, or in case he needed to bash someone's skull in. Either way, it was a win-win.
Wow, violent there at the end, I think.
So that was kind of funny, but I thought we really gotta deliver the goods, right? So, This is it. This is the final revision. I prompted the AI to add more sexual jokes to the story, add a reference to Peter Criss being a jolly good fellow and that today is his birthday, and add a reference to the TV show Family Guy. Okay? Right? You can't go wrong with that. So here we go. Well, once upon a time, on the day of his birthday, Peter Criss, the drummer for the legendary rock band Kiss, and a jolly good fellow, found himself feeling absolutely fucking bored out of his mind. He just finished a grueling tour and was looking for something to do that didn't involve banging yet another groupie. As he was wandering aimlessly around his house, stumbled upon an old drum set, blah, blah, blah. Eventually he looked up. It was the middle of the night. He drummed and drummed, enjoying the freedom and expression of playing the drums. And let's just say he wasn't the only one enjoying it. The groupies that he had forgotten about started to gather around him, getting all hot and bothered by the sexy drumming. As the sun began to rise, Peter Criss finally stopped playing and collapsed onto the couch, exhausted but satisfied. And from that day on, he made sure to always have a drum set nearby, just in case the boredom struck again, or in case he needed to bash someone's skull in, or just to impress the ladies, as Peter Griffin from Family Guy would say, giggity giggity goo. So,
Yeah.
Well,
happy
I'll be
birthday,
the first
Peter
to
Criss,
say
Kiss,
happy birthday,
and
Peter
thank you,
Griffin,
ChatGPT.
And Dan, I will say, I don't think you're out of a job just quite yet.
I don't think that it's been quite automated yet. Folks, sorry that was very long and boring, but I just want to prove how valuable my creativity is and that this fucking AI can't even quote the right Family Guy character. Okay?
Boo.
I know who says giggity giggity goo. Does he say goo? He doesn't say giggity giggity goo, does he?
Gaga
not
goo
say
goo.
goo.
Gaga goo goo. As Stewie says gaga goo goo because he's a family baby. Which, I would watch that show, Family Baby.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I would watch that show, Family Baby, and I would also listen to the next couple seconds, which are going to be an advertisement.
Yep, 2 seconds long.
Buckle up, and here it is.
Hi. My name's Justin. I'm 9.5 years old. Come here. I want to tell you a secret. Did you know that the Happy Birthday Podcast has a Patreon? And that for just $1 a month, you can get bonus afterbirth episodes? They got other fun stuff over there too, like the Perfect Calls series of prank phone calls. Oh, it's ever so much fun. And it really only costs $1 a month. You can pay more if you want to, but you don't gotta if you don't wanna. I can't afford the Patreon, cause my allowance is just 2 nickels a week. But if you're a grown-up, you probably have an extra $1 every month, don't you? My dad told me that Christmas is a time for giving. And, well, it would just break my little heart if you didn't sign up for the Patreon over at patreon.com/hbdpod. You don't want me to have a broken heart on Christmas, do you? I'm just a kid. Okay, I'm ready for bed now. Good night. I love you.
that's my vape pen, all right?
Oh, I
The
didn't hear
old
any
blues
of that.
harp right here. I know you can never hear it. Let's try to get you to hear it because we record this over Zoom and the Zoom just cuts out the audio when I start blasting this blues harmonica. Let's see. Nothing?
It was like, "Perp, perp."
Let's try it one more time.
That was clear as the day is long, Dan. I heard that
Okay,
perfect
all
fine.
right. Are you just saying that? So I'll
Let's
stop.
put it down, put it away.
Oh, you're just saying that, so I'll stop. Asshole. Jackie,
Yeah.
I love all the members of KISS. I think Gene Simmons is cool and a good businessman, something that we can all aspire to.
Okay.
But I want to say, I know it's not just Gene Simmons' birthday or someone, or
This chair is
Garfunkel's.
so uncomfortable.
Get yourself
So
a new
uncomfortable.
chair. Listeners, please, if you have a comfortable chair for Jackie, drop it off at her house.
Also, you're going to hear a lot of what sounds like farting in the recording. It is my chair. It's not a good chair.
You're going to be farting in the recording.
You're going to hear some farting, and it's because the chair has so much air in it that it goes up into my anus and then comes back out, and it just keeps going in and out. Guess what?
What's that, Jackie?
Today is somebody's birthday.
Isn't that a Frank Sinatra song? Today
You know what?
is
You know what I heard
somebody's
today?
birthday.
Today,
What?
for the very first time, I heard the Cheap Trick Christmas song.
Is that Father Christmas, come on my face now? That one?
No,
Oh,
not that
that's
one.
that's the Knicks. Sorry. I don't know the Cheap Trick Christmas song. Was that?
Santa's all right. The Donner's all right. It just needs a couple presents.
Honestly, that would be better than what they did. No,
What did
they
they
did.
do?
Oh, no, I can't think of it. What's their song?
That's one of them.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way.
Your job's a joke you broke. You live life your way.
It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But
It's the I Want You to Want Me song.
Oh, okay. What do
But
they
they
say?
say, didn't I say I want you for Christmas?
That sucks.
And then everyone goes, Christmas,
for
Christmas, Christmas.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I need you
For Christmas.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that today is the birthday of. Let me see, what kind of energy am I getting? Baywatch. Pamela Anderson. Nude. Oh shit! I knew that was wrong.
That is not only wrong, but it is incorrect.
That sucks. Okay, so you're telling me it's not frickin' Pam Anderson's birthday? What the hell?
It's not.
Okay, give me a clue.
Well, is a man.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is. I'll tell you this much.
I
and
had
see-
a feeling
and
it
I'll
was a
see
man,
how
but
far
it's
it
just
gets.
I'm always thinking about Pam Anderson. So I
Always
couldn't-
thinking about the ladies. Yeah. This man, you know who he is. You've definitely heard of him. He's a television producer.
Okay, is it? Does he produce my favorite TV show?
Probably.
Is it Lorne Michaels?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
It is
God
not
damn it.
Lorne Michaels.
It's my favorite show, Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I didn't know that about you.
It's not
It
my
was,
favorite. It's not really
Blues
my favorite show, Jackie.
Clues. Because you like to guess and
Not,
you like
I like
the blues
no, I like Blues
and-
Clues, but not the kids show. It was originally like a blues-based detective show set down in the bayou.
Yeah.
It was BB King solving
Well,
crimes.
if you like detective shows, you will love this Jolly Good Fellows network of.
We're calling in
television
Special Agent
shows.
Clapton for this one. Okay, what's going on? I like Blues Clues.
I'm saying if you like detective shows,
Oh,
this
okay.
is your guy.
Stephen Bochco.
No, I'm sorry.
Dick
I've never
Wolf.
heard of that man. Dick Wolf.
I think there's a good chance that what I was tuning into was I thought about Pamela Anderson because she was always wolfing down that dick.
She's a dick wolf. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they call it. Yeah.
Wow,
that
Richard
makes
James
sense.
Wolfe, born in the state 1922, producer of L.A. Law,
What?
Law and Order, Police
Stop
Description.
giving misinformation on my
Ice-T.
podcast. What are you doing?
What?
None of that is correct, listeners.
Oh.
He was not born in that year. He was not. That's not his name.
Right. He didn't do the
name's
show Police
Richard-
Description.
Richard Anthony Wolf is his name.
Okay,
Richard
I
Wolf.
said a middle name. That wasn't wrong.
Born in 1946, so very old guy.
that was close.
Do you know what he looks like?
Handsome but wrinkled and wearing a suit that's not tailor-made to fit him.
He looks like Harvey Weinstein and a mafia guy mixed together.
Okay, not what I pictured. I pictured a slender gray man, but he sounds
No,
more
he's
like
a
Jeff
big,
Garland.
bulbous, troll-nosed man.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Not that you kind of gave us a hard time for making fun of Mary Todd Lincoln, but you talk
I
shit
didn't
about
say
Dick
that
Wolf.
it's a bad thing. I didn't say it was ugly. I
Well, it
didn't call
sounds
him an
bad to
uggo.
me. Sounds bad
By
to
the way,
me.
shout out ugly guys. We all love them.
Yep.
This man is fine looking. He just doesn't look like what I thought he did.
Okay.
Oh, he does look like Harvey Weinstein.
I know. Do you know about Harvey Weinstein's genitalia?
I heard it's not the best.
Smashed. That's right, jolly good listeners. We're talking Dick Wolf. The JGFDW has produced SVU for NBC since its start in 1990. Law & Order SVU is the longest-running primetime scripted drama, airing over 466 episodes. The Law & Order universe also includes Law & Order Organized Crime, Criminal Intent, Trial by Jury, Hate Crimes, For the Defense, UK, and Los Angeles. The birthday boy is also responsible for the Chicago franchise, which is made up of Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, and Chicago Justice, and he's also responsible for the CBS drama franchise FBI, which includes FBI, FBI Most Wanted, and FBI International, as well as a smattering of other propaganda and true crime, fake crime, and post 9/11 crime, and also a documentary about the rock and roll band The Doors, called When You're Strange. Wow. Now, beyond all these accomplishments, we must assume that our jolly good fellow Richard Dick Wolf is left empty and wanting in his professional life. He only fills 3 nights of primetime television slots across NBC and CBS, with FBI Tuesdays, Chicago Wednesdays, and Law & Order Thursdays. Well, what about the other days? What about all the other shows we could be watching?
Yeah. Well, I watch Saturday Night Live on Saturday, so that's already booked up, but sure.
Well, wonder no longer, because we now have the updated 2023 Wolfoverse, which has expanded to include all animated Nickelodeon original characters. You can unlock the Nickelodeon Plus features through your Peacock subscription and discover a whole new world of scripted crime television, with all new shows like Detective Arnold, Hey Portland, Ren and Stimpy, Pet Detectives, Rugrats, Crime in Paris, Rocco, Modern Autopsy, Kablam, Explosives Unit, Norbert and Daggett, Anger Management, SpongeBob, Maritime Law, Cat Dog, Disability Advocates, The Wild Thornberrys, International Crime Stoppers, Dora, Exploradoras de Crimen en España, Ginger, As Told by a Mortician, Fairly Odd Parents, Burn Victims Unit, Space Force Zim, World Defender League, Jimmy Neutron, High School Crime Genius, and Danny Phantom PI, Paranormal Investigator. We wish today's birthday boy best of luck on his crossover adventures. Happy birthday, JGF Dick Wolf.
Amazing. Happy birthday to everybody who you just said. You just said a lot of stuff, and I want to wish happy birthday to all those TV shows, all those cartoons.
And I did not use an artificial intelligence interface bot to write my bio like Dan did. I did it with my meat
you wanted
fingers.
to.
Who'd have fooled me?
I did try, and it was not funny.
Yeah, mine wasn't either. But that didn't stop me. And what's not going to stop me is that we've got a guest coming to our studio very soon. So we got to fricking get this next commercial break in, because advertisers pay a lot of money to run their ads on this podcast. Yeah. I'm talking tens of thousands of dollars per second. Okay?
Yeah.
So
we'll see you in the next video.
The overwhelming effects of global warming have caused an uptick in rural and inner city pest infestations. If you aren't used to seeing rats in your neighborhood, well, get used to it, because come 2025, there's going to be so many more rats. To get ahead of this North American catastrophe, we've partnered with Bissell and Empty the Shelters to bring to your home Cats for Rats. This free service utilizes feral or unspoken for cats, or cats in shelters who are too gross to get adopted, and we send them to you for no cost to you. It comes with all the food and everything, and then we send the cats out to the problem areas on your property and then dispatch the rats. After the pest is dispatched, our cleanup crew comes in and disposes of the pest carcass. When our techs show up to your home, they will have a simple one-page disclosure form for you to sign, allowing the cats in your compound and disallowing you to ask us what we do with the rats after. Call us up 228-CATZ or 228-RATZ and get those rats taken care of before it becomes a bigger problem. Or you can visit us online at catsforrats.com and click on the birthday cake icon in the top corner for 20% more cats on your first order of 1 or more cats. And we're back. And we're back, and there's a man in a hat just banging on the window.
Yeah,
trying
Paul,
to get
who
in
is that? He looks hungry. Let him in.
Open the door.
Hey, this is producer Paul. Welcome back to the Happy Birthday Podcast. Joined in the studio today by a man named Ben.
Ben.
Hey, I'm a huge fan of the podcast. Thanks for inviting me back.
Yeah, you've been on.
Welcome back.
Wait, I actually got to do a joke close. Like, is he listening? The guest, is he listening to me right now?
I'm listening.
Yeah,
okay. Listen to this. How have you been?
Oh my gosh,
Nice.
That's great.
That's good.
That's the kind of content that puts you in the top 5.
Exactly.
Yep. And those numbers don't lie.
Thank you so much for joining us. And I want to say, Ben Van, how you doing?
I'm doing swell. I'm a little under the weather.
Oh God.
But I don't have I don't have long COVID. I actually have girthy COVID, which is actually more important.
Oh, okay.
Preferable, yeah. Congratulations, man.
People say it's not the size of the COVID. It's what the yeah.
It's circumference.
Yes.
I love quitting a bit.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite things.
You can
both
imagine
gotten
there was
very
a
good at
punchline there. Yeah.
Too tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ben, how's your financial situation? Are you doing okay?
Dire.
Okay. Well, we're about to correct that for you. So I'm going to ask you about some people who died on this day. You tell me who you are. I send you the money. Pretty simple transaction. All right.
Yes.
Okay. First man we're talking about today died on this day, which is December 20th. He died on this day in 2012, right before the end of the world. Better known by his stage name. Nope. He was an American pianist, vocalist, and songwriter. His style contained West Coast blues, jumpin' blues, and R&B. Over a career that spanned 7 decades, he said he had written almost 1,000 songs and had recorded hundreds of them.
Anyone can say they've written 1,000 songs.
Well, he provably wrote over 30 albums and earned 4 gold records. Wife's name was...
That's easy to write a blues song.
Oh. He booked blues acts such as T-Bone Walker. So
he booked them?
Who am I talking about, Ben?
Maybe Muddy Waters? I don't know.
No, Jimmy McCracklin. Jimmy McCracklin. I'm sorry, Ben, you did not get that one. So $100. Jackie, go ahead and rip up that bill.
Okay. It's in the trash.
And moving on.
Jimmy McCracklin.
Yeah, Jimmy McCracklin.
Yeah.
Did you know that name before you looked it up?
No.
Just checking.
I think I've heard the name before, but
that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I chose him. There
not
we
really
go.
Familiar.
Thank
See if
you for
Dan
outing
knows the
yourself
100.
yet again, Dan.
I've also eaten the McCracklins from McDonald's. If you've ever eaten those.
I remember when the McCracklins owned that coffee shop. I used to go down there all the time.
Yeah.
Shout out Theo McCracklin.
Stupid.
Oh man! All right. Also passed away on this day. Let's see.
What was up with that 2012 end of the
Suck my
world? There was
dick.
like the Mayan calendar. Everyone was like, the world's good.
Well, it only
And
ended
it's like,
for
folks-
Mayans. That was when the last Mayan died out.
Oh, well, shout out Mayan.
Died out.
You die out. Ben, were you afraid of the end of the world in 2012, or were you more of a Y2K guy? You can tell me.
I think I got wrapped up in it for an afternoon, but it was more my brother that was really into it.
Oh, yeah.
Say,
I could see that.
Interesting.
This guy actually died on the same day, December 20th, 2012. He was a Canadian football player and coach. He is currently 5th all-time in regular season wins with 131 as a head coach in the Canadian Football League, the CFL. Let's see.
Are you a big CFL freak, Ben? Or are you more of an XFL guy?
So is this American football or?
Canadian. Well, it's American football played in Canada.
Yeah.
Right.
Canadian Football League.
You know, in America, they just call it football, too. It's crazy.
Yeah. His nickname was Buddy.
This is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
Not only do I not follow American football, I don't follow Canadian football.
Oh, you're probably more.
Well, his name. Well, then you don't know the guy born on this. No, died on this day in 2012. Born December 4th, 1923. Man name of Eagle Keys.
Eagle Keys. That was his
That's
name.
a very cool name.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Eagle Keys. Wow.
All right, Ben, you didn't get that one, but I got about 10 more of these for you.
Lightning round. Let's see it. I want to see this guy get $100. He's out there. Ben, you're out there in Los Angeles. Is that right?
That's
$100
true. Yeah.
probably. You can't even park your car for $100.
Yeah, it costs $100 to park your car. Buying a car, forget it. It's a lot more than $100. So this guy needs a lot of money, folks. Venmo him. And, don't Venmo him. He has to win the money fair and square, but I don't know if he's going to do it. So I'll sit back and just enjoy the show.
Right.
And think about the kind of commutes this guy has to do. He's probably taking the 405 down to the 1, scooting up to 137th Street, then back down to La Chunga, and then, to LA traffic. Am I right?
Yes.
You're right. Yeah.
You are right.
Thank you.
All right, Josh got one right. That's $100 for him.
Oh, this is an American blues musician who died on this day in 2004.
Dude, the 2000s were a rough decade for the blues.
It was for a lot of
Lost a lot
blues
of good
artists
men.
died out. He's an American electric blues guitarist and singer. Another rambling man, no wife on here. He was born in Osceola, Arkansas, where his father.
Oh, I know who this is. I don't.
His dad owned a small juke joint called the Dipsy Doodle Club, and
Ben,
a lot of prominent musicians played there as Rufus Thomas and Roscoe Gordon.
Know him too. Are you a member of the Dipsy Doodle Club, Ben?
I think at some point I was registered.
Okay,
but that expired.
You remember the Pen 15 Club?
I think, I fell for that a handful of times.
Yeah, same.
I was just thinking about that last night.
Yeah. My older sister did that to me. You know how humiliating that is to get Pen 15 by a freaking girl?
The name coming to mind is wrong, but I'm going to guess it anyways. It's possibly Stevie Ray Vaughan.
No, but think about if he had a child and the child was a boy, he would be his what?
This is Stevie Ray Vaughan's.
Yeah, if Stevie Ray Vaughan had a child
any man,
and it was a boy,
yeah,
what would that be called? His
son.
Yep.
Oh, I think I know who this is.
Son. Last name. The happy animal. You throw 'em fish at the zoo, and they get up on docks sometimes, and polar bears eat them. Sharks too.
Sunny Shark?
Nope, sun seals.
Oh, sun seals. Okay.
Oh my god, I thought he was going to win.
Seals eat polar bears. Is that what you're saying? Or polar bears?
Yes. Yeah. No, the seals eat the polar bears. Well, because the polar bears are all dying from the ice disaster.
Yeah, they're dying.
Storms. We don't have to get into that. All right.
The big ice storm down in Antarctica. That's pretty bad.
Coming.
Yeah.
Ben, this guy died on this day in 1997. He was an English cricketer.
English what?
Sorry. He was an English cricketer who played for Warwickshire, which is probably just pronounced Wa in England. A latecomer who did not play first-class cricket until he was 28. He was a quick-witted left-handed batsman who could open the innings or bat further down the order, and a reliable wicket-keeper whose opportunities at Test were limited because he was an exact contemporary of Godfrey Evans.
Right.
We really should rebrand this as a cricket podcast. I think we might get a lot of listeners all over the world.
Oh, Ben, do you want to guess?
I do want to. I mean, I'd like to say that this quiz is always tough, but it's always fair.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You did, to be fair, Ben asked me, should I do anything to prepare for this? And I believe I said...
You could read a list of every cricket player who ever lived. That might help.
I think what I had said was...
Vaudeville and clowns.
Yeah, aside from which clowns or vaudeville artists died on this day.
This guy's he's a quick-witted left-handed batsman now. Who comes to mind?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Alan Cumming, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of close.
Really?
Yeah.
Bradley Cumming.
No, different name. What part of your body do you come from?
Is the last name Dick, or is this?
No, first name of Dick. And then what would I call you if at night you laid behind me and kind of held me as we both slept on our sides.
Dick Spoon?
Dick Spooner.
Wow.
Dick Spooner. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Dick Spooner.
And what's ironic about that whole thing is that my favorite musician, Jimi Hendrix, was a slow-witted left-handed Stratsman.
Oh. Okay, Ben also died on this day. This guy was an American astronomer, planetary scientist, cosmologist, astrophysicist, astrobiologist, author, and science communicator. He was best known for his contributions in research on extraterrestrial life, including experimental demonstration on the production of amino acids from basic chemicals by radiation.
You sound like Neil deGrasse Tyson right now. You're so smart.
That's Carl Sagan.
Yep, Ben got it. $100 for Ben. Jackie,
Oh.
pull out the $100.
It's here somewhere.
Hey, hey, Carl Sagan, how about you pull up your pants?
Right? Yeah, I
Get a real job.
remember when astronomers wore pants and had their butts hanging out. Oh, show some respect.
Stupid.
All right.
Ben, this next dead person is an author, and I'm sure that you've read some of his work. He did Tortilla Flat.
Oh.
And he was an American writer and the 1962 Nobel Prize in Literature winner for his realistic and imaginative writings, combining as they do sympathetic humor and keen social perception. He has been called a giant of American letters, which maybe they mean that because he's got so many letters in his last name.
So many letters in his last name.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters long.
Wow.
Just quite a few. That is big letters.
John Steinbeck.
Yep, correct. John Steinbeck.
Another $100.
My man.
Yeah.
Ben has won $200.
That's crazy.
I like that book he wrote about the slow-witted man who chokes a woman in a barn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pets the raccoon too hard. He pets the possum too hard and it dies.
I don't want to hear about petting possums.
Ben, which one of us do you think reached down to pet a possum?
Jackie.
No, it was sorry. The answer was Dan Pasco in his own neighborhood.
Horrible.
Possum petting Daniels.
I've never
Roman
seen
streets.
one.
I thought.
Had I seen it, I would have pet it. So
Their mouths are huge.
Yeah, they're not attractive animals. No, I'm sorry to shame any possum freaks out there, but I wouldn't. I'll just say that about possums. I wouldn't.
There are 3 at best.
Yeah.
Rest in peace also Brittany Murphy.
Oh,
damn.
But she was not a blues musician, so I didn't mention her. Or clown.
It could have been another $100.
well, you had your chance with.
You never would have guessed Brittany Murphy. She's just some no-name actress, and she's not even around anymore.
yeah.
Jackie, do you have anything to? I actually do have a little surprise for everybody. I didn't want to tell you because then it wouldn't have been a surprise.
I don't have a surprise. Ben, I know you've been with us before. Have we ever asked you this question? What is your favorite birthday memory?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, give us your second favorite.
What is your least favorite birthday memory?
Yes, that's a good one.
Least favorite. I think at large, I think I've been broken up with on 3 separate occasions, either on my birthday or a day or 2 before my birthday.
Whoa!
That's
I don't know
drama.
what made them think like this is it. Let's do it before or on.
Well, maybe it's because, well, of course, when it's your birthday, you can cry if you want to.
Yeah.
But also because you're probably in such a good mood because it's your birthday, you know you're going out to eat later, and you know you're getting a lot of gifts.
Right.
We've never talked about birthday breakups before. This is huge.
That's crazy.
I would say to all you ladies out there, and yes, I'm talking to the ladies because a man would never do that. Just wait till the day after the birthday, okay? Wait till the day after, right? Or is it because they couldn't stand the thought of one more night of birthday sex? They're like, I can't do it again. I just can't.
Can't do it. Benjamin,
That's
I can't
crazy.
do it.
Can we call any of these
Who
women?
the
right
hell
now?
are these women that are treating you like this?
This is not good.
Say their names.
This is literally
Call 'em right
abuse
now.
and gaslighting as well. They gaslit you, and we're gaslighting you right now too.
Give me their numbers and I'll call them live on the show and ask them why.
When they
did
said
that.
they wanted to end things, did you say, "But it's my birthday tomorrow"?
That
Did you bring that up?
That was my counter argument.
Yeah.
I conceded. I was like, look, I agree that maybe you're upset. Maybe this should end.
But
However,
you probably already bought me a gift, right? Like it wouldn't make sense.
Oh, unless they were breaking up with you because they didn't get you a gift.
that would have been
Yes.
it.
That was
Yeah.
it.
Because that actually would make sense. Maybe they didn't even want to break up. They
I would
probably
say-
maybe would still be with you, but they forgot to get you a gift and they were too embarrassed to admit that.
I would do that if I forgot to get my SO a
Oh.
birthday gift. I'm
Break up
not
with-
admitting that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like actually, I know it's your birthday, but I hate you. Goodbye.
Yeah. Well, I did get you a gift, but I didn't want to give it to you because I thought that maybe it would be sending mixed signals, and I just
Right.
want to be clear that I don't want to be together anymore. And I did get you a gift, but will not be giving it to you.
I can think of one other instance. I don't know if it was my birthday, but it was a special occasion. It might have been after church or some big event because I was wearing my Sunday best. It was, a white dress shirt and khaki slacks.
Your dad's khaki
Yep.
slacks.
Yep. We know how you do.
And we had stopped at Dairy Queen and got blizzards, me and my dad. My dad was driving. I was sitting passenger.
Love
And
that.
we'd been eating. It was kind of a hot day. We'd been eating for about 10, 15 minutes. And then I suddenly remembered the commercial, or, sometimes when they hand you the blizzard, they do it upside down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And in the commercial, they flip it over and they show that.
Yeah.
So that came to mind. So I immediately
Oh no.
flipped over my blizzard and it just dumped on my lap. And my dad was like, what the hell is that? I guess
both my
the
boys ain't
concept
right.
Was this recent?
It must have been 26, 27. I think it was about maybe 11 or 12.
That's embarrassing.
Old enough to know better. The concept of time and
Did you?
change.
Were you able to explain? It was like the commercial, Dad. Are you able to?
That was my rebuttal, but it didn't hold. Yeah.
So that's recklessness on Dairy Queen's part. You should take them to court
Yeah,
and get
you're
you a new
not the
pair of
only one.
khakis. Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like the hot coffee with McDonald's.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah.
It throws your nuts out.
I had something similar like that happen to me once when I was skiing as a young boy, probably only 5 or 6. I had seen in the
skiing at that age?
Berenstain Bears book that they they were like lifting their legs, and I didn't realize at this point that there was 2 types of skiing. I just thought it looked cool to be going like you like sliding along, but you lifting both legs. But I did that doing downhill skiing.
Yeah.
And I fell down and I got sick and I was tasting pennies and I blacked out and I was probably there for like a good 20 minutes. I got up and had to walk back.
That explains a lot about your personality. 'Cause I
Yeah,
was
that's-
feeling like
that's
you had a
foundational.
traumatic brain injury at a young age.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
And also
I remember
laying
it
in
though,
the
so it couldn't have been that traumatic.
laying in the snow bleeding for that amount of time, that's gonna do a little. I don't know what, but it's not good.
It stops bacteria from growing in the wound.
I'm holding in my hands a book not called The Secret Language of Birthdays, but
You have.
a book that was donated to me by a friend of the show, Tony Dutcher. Shout out Tony Dutcher. We shout out Tony Dutcher as
out.
often as we freaking
Every
can.
episode.
And this.
Wait, can we guess what it is?
Oh, sure. Yeah. What book would Tony
Okay.
give me?
Jackie, what do you think?
I feel like it is some sort of birthday-centric book.
I'm going to go with it's not a birthday-centric book and it's Sign Language by Jerry Seinfeld. Ben, what do you think?
I'm going to say it's Tuesdays with Maury because December 20th is Tuesday.
Okay. That's smart. You're thinking a few steps ahead. He's playing 4D chess. It's actually a book of Smashing Pumpkins guitar tabs. I'm going to read these out loud to you. Jackie hit it right on the nose. This is a book called The Element Encyclopedia of Birthdays.
Oh, shit.
And this was written by
New level unlocked.
Theresa Chung, I think.
Theresa Chung.
I really forget, Ben, because I have a lot of information up in the old brain piece. What is your freaking birthday?
April 24th.
April 24th. I remembered it was somewhere on the calendar. So this is kind of like a ripoff of Juiced Alphers and Gary Goldschneider. They tell you about birthdays. Like I opened to this one and it says the birthday of respect, and it shows two men fighting. That's kind of cool. But that's not your birthday. Your birthday is April 24th, the birthday of devotion, and it shows a picture of a dog at a grave. That's sad.
The most dramatic way to display devotion I've ever seen.
There's other ways to do. Okay, so there's a lot of information here. I haven't really figured out how to parse this whole book out, but there is a list of on the dark side and at your best, kind of like the strengths and weaknesses thing, but just a weirder way of saying it. What do you want, dark side or best first?
Let's start with the dark side.
The dark side of Ben Van Howe.
Ben V. Howe, you are indecisive, moody, and smothering.
Wow.
No, he's not.
At your best, you are devoted, like a dog at its master's grave, nurturing, and creative. So you're a creative guy, right?
Smotheringly creative.
Ben, who'd you smother? Who'd you create? Go.
I smothered Jack Nicholson, and then I created a hole through the window and I threw the water fountain through it.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Sure. That's the Goo Goo's Nest, that movie. Yeah. This is a different book. Guess what book I'm reading from? Why Do Mice Live in the Walls? Because they can't afford the whole apartment.
Sign language.
Yep, that's right. That was Jerry Seinfeld's Sign Language. And we're going to be reading a few excerpts. Jackie, read an excerpt from Sign Language right now, just off the top of your head.
What's going on with the Oswald's Bear Ranch? There's no ranch. It's just bears and Fruit Loops and Mountain Dew.
I love Jerry Seinfeld's Oswald's Bear Ranch chunk. It's funny. What's the deal with men?
I don't know. You come up with a Seinfeld bit on the spot. It's hard.
Oh, I could get that AI to do it.
Yeah.
What should the prompt be?
Please write me a Jerry Seinfeld joke about birthdays.
Joke about birthdays. Here we go. It's crunching the numbers, and it says, why do we want to celebrate birthdays? It's just one more year closer to death.
I feel like he has said that.
Yeah. Okay. Next prompt, please.
Cheerios.
Okay. Please. I'm not even gonna say please. You don't have to say please. This is a fucking robot.
I always say please and thank you.
Right?
What do you say to it?
Write a Jerry Seinfeld stand-up joke about Cheerios. Jerry Seinfeld's gonna be out of a job once this thing gets up to speed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Do tell.
Okay. Why do they call them Cheerios? The only time I've ever seen anyone eat them with enthusiasm is when they're trying to get them into the tiny little hole in the middle of the table. You know how your dinner table has a tiny hole in the middle, and the only time you're happy about eating them is when you're dumping the Cheerios into the Cheerio-sized hole in the table?
I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad time.
That ain't right. I think, with stand-up, you want to close with your best joke, so I think I'm just going to leave that for now. And one more?
Wait, one more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rule of three.
Jerry Seinfeld does stand-up joke about rocket attacks in Palestinian rocket attacks.
Right, a Jerry Seinfeld stand-up comedy joke about rocket attacks in Palestine. It's thinking.
Oh no.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Okay. It's no Cheerio joke, I'll tell you that. I heard about the rocket attacks in Palestine, and I thought to myself, well, that's one way to put a damper on a kebab party.
Oh my God.
What? All right.
This shit's getting it's too intelligent.
I can't perform at colleges anymore.
I know, right?
He can't do the kebab party chunk.
Everyone gets offended.
Wow, incredible.
I do like
Yeah, that's
that.
good
Yeah,
stuff,
there
man.
was Jerry Seinfeld was going around for a while being like, yeah, I can't do colleges. Like what you were saying, right? Like that he can't do colleges anymore because everyone's like, what's the most offensive part of his act? Like, not all of us can go to the grocery store. Some of us can't eat the airline food. Oh my God. This podcast is now just going to be AI prompted Jerry Seinfeld jokes. So it's been fun guessing celebrity birthdays, but we've seen the future, and that's it.
Agreed.
Ben, is there anything exciting going on in your life that you think our listeners should be aware of? We have a lot of listeners. There are 30 people that listen to this podcast more than any other. So if there's something
sick,
if there's something you'd like to,
and I don't like it.
No, if you'd like to promote something or just send some well wishes, it's the holiday season. If you want to say Merry Christmas, we will let you say Merry Christmas here. We're not none of that happy. You say Happy Holidays, I'm going to kick your ass. You're going to say Merry Christmas. Say it right now.
Right. I want to say Merry Christmas to Jay Leno. Glad you're bouncing back. Love your comedy. You redefined what it means to be a late night talk show host.
And a car mechanic.
Right.
Yeah.
He definitely redefined that.
He did.
Anything to plug?
Yeah, Ben, this camera. Tell us what's going on.
I had my last release through Cudighi Records of the year. It was a compilation, and here was the prompt. Basically, every artist had to come up with a fake video game in their head, and then they had to compose the music for the water level of the game.
Oh, that's
so if
fun.
you all remember Donkey Kong or Mario when you're swimming around in the water.
It's my least favorite levels.
Water level.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the music, I think, was always nice.
That's amazing. I love that.
Well, where can people find this? Maybe CudighiRecords.com?
CudighiRecords.bandcamp.com is the place to go.
Okay.
You can also buy it in Japan if you're in Japan. It's stocked in Japan, and it's stocked at your local stores in LA. Maybe I'll bring some home to Marquette. I'll be home for the holidays.
All of us want to say thank you, Ben, for joining us. We'll probably have you on again sometime because we don't only know so many people, and you're always a wonderful guest, even if you didn't guess some of the answers right. It wasn't cool to hear that, but whatever.
really
That's
bad.
all I can say.
Right. No, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a great time. It's good to laugh. I haven't laughed a lot in a long time. And
I got to tell you, outside of recording this once a week, not a lot of laughs coming out of my lips these days.
No, but hey, I mean, quite a few smiles per gallon on this show.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
You think about it that way.
It's a top fiber, so
yeah,
that's what you get.
Wow.
All right, now get this
Thanks,
get this
Ben.
guy out of
Thanks
the
for all your
studio.
kind
Yeah,
words.
thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks,
your
Ben.
presence, and we'll see you later.
Thanks. Talk to you later.
Feel better. Bye.
Yeah, thanks.
Report.
Bye-bye.
report.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has
Bam,
COVID.
Get him out of here. Dump him.
Get off my phone. All right. Well,
My butt hurts, dude. I've been
Yeah.
That
sitting
was
all
nuts.
day.
Thanks, fucking Ben, for coming by. That was literally fucking
that
nuts.
was the most Nuck and Futz episode we've ever had. Oh, I want to see. Like I said, we get one more patron. I'm posting feet.
And I'm still posting full pornography.
Where
If
can
we
the
even
people-
get one more $1 a month, I will post a video of me masturbating.
But if you're like me and
Wide
you don't
shot.
want to see that, you can log on for free at Instagram.com/HBDPOD. Same on Twitter, same on Patreon, same on we're not on Facebook Marketplace yet.
No, we're working on that.
that. But hashtag Cudighi, hashtag Pamela Anderson, hashtag Willie Nelson, hashtag Boba Fett, hashtag Stinker. Good night.
Good night, Boba Fett. I love you.